Hello again, everybody, and good evening. Welcome live courtside to the Perry Maroon Athletic Center, a brand new venue, only in its second season, and it's hosting 2A or make it 3A Area 1 regional action tonight as the host, second-ranked team in Class 3A, the Perry Lady Maroons, and the Lindsay Leopardettes will open our coverage here tonight on Squirtle. I'm Todd Miller along with Adam Dieselhorst. And Adam, there is no better time in high school sports than the postseason, whether it's the late fall for football or certainly entering spring as teams try to work their way to the big house.
Yeah, and no more of an awkward schedule this year with the weather and how everybody's had to kind of coordinate this year. So it's going to make a lot of teams play a lot of games in a lot of days, and obviously these two teams are grateful that they're both on the winner's bracket side.
By the way, kudos to the OSSAA and the director of the basketball tournaments, David Glover, for the job he has done. I mean, it is stressful enough when everything goes as planned in putting together a postseason tournament of the size that the OSSAA does. But then when you throw in, there's got to be cancellations, there's got to be games on days that teams aren't prepared to play. The regional hosts have to be in line too. I mean, it has taken a lot to get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they did the right thing. Like you and I talked about that too, moving it back, making sure everybody was safe. Kids are resilient. Fans are going to show up to the games regardless. And I think obviously they did what they had to do and kept everybody safe. And everybody's happy that, basketball's still going.
When you look at this matchup on paper, the Leopardettes come in with a record of 13-12. Perry is cruising at 21-2 and ranked second in Class 3A. It would appear to be a mismatch. But there are no mismatches really in the postseason. You have to come out from the opening tip, and you have to play well. Ask the Alva Goldbugs, who came in riding high into the postseason, ranked third in 3A. They were eliminated to this floor today by the Perry Maroons. So you have to have your best game each and every time out.
Well, and everybody at this point in the year can play, or they wouldn't be on the winner's bracket side. Obviously Perry has maybe a different record than Lindsay does, but at the same time, it also depends upon what part of the state you're in, too. I mean, you don't really know that until you get into the playoffs and really, truly find that out.
Again, Lindsay comes in with a record of 13-12. Perry ranks second in Class 3A, 21-2. The Lady Maroons have won 11 straight since their last loss on January the 17th at Frontier, 52-50. We'll take a break. We will return with tonight's starting lineups. And the opening tip, it is the 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game from the Maroon Athletic Center in Perry. The host, Lady Maroons, and Lindsay coming up next on Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer
Todd Booker, Adam Dieselhorse back here with you before a very, very good crowd here at this brand new facility in Perry, Oklahoma, the Maroon Athletic Center. 3A number 2 Perry and the Lindsay Leopardettes about to get together. It'll be Height starting tonight along with West, Ward, Shields, and Dale for Paul Duncan. He is in his 32nd season as a high school basketball coach, much of that spent with the boys' programs. He is in his 3rd season here at Perry. It'll be Cameron Perry, Taryn Phillips, along with Kaylee Markham, also Cannon Russell and Maddie McGowan for Lindsay. Leopardettes will move from left to right, the Lady Maroons right to left, and here we go. You can see Lindsay in the home white, Perry in the maroon, white, and gray. Lindsay and Perry. Perry's boys eliminated the Leopards yesterday here, and Perry eliminated Alvin boys action earlier today in this facility. And here we go. Perry wins the opening tip. Great crowd here on hand. They've had great crowds both in the afternoon and the evening sessions here in Perry. Kennedy Height with the top of the circle. Height dancing with the basketball. No score. Perry with the game's first possession. Driving left with it is Shields. She'll work into the paint. Cross courts it. Josie West 3 is good. Josie West came in from three-point range less than 30%. Adam, that's a great start.
Well, and if the guards get going hitting threes for Perry, they are so hard to stop with height and with the presence inside.
Lindsay with her first possession. Taryn Phillips, the senior, dribble stationary out front. Now it's Cannon Russell left wing. Perry in a man-to-man defense. Their first time to defend the goal off to our right. Phillips veers through the top of the circle. Now we'll hand it off. Cannon Russell doing a lot of dribbling. Well, this Perry defense has been really stingy here at the outset. Down low, McGowan has it tipped away, gets it back, kicks it to Markham, who answers for 3. Kaylee Markham, the senior, ties the game at 3.
Yeah, big shot. Kind of a knuckleball looking shot, but it went down.
2 seniors in the starting lineup for Lindsay. The 3 out front, no good by the Lady Maroons, and it's out of bounds. They say Lindsay last touched it. I can tell you right now that Brian Cater, the head coach from Lindsay across the way, does not agree. So Perry will throw in Josie West, the 5'4 senior, to Kennedy Height. 3-3 our score with 6.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Ward to Mabry Shields near the Perry logo out front. Now it's Kennedy Height. Both of these teams doing a good job defending here at the outset.
Yeah, both playing a man and both really picking up and making things difficult.
Left side, Mabry Shields drives in, cross courts at 3 by West. That time is too strong. Shields, though, runs down the rebound. Should give Perry another opportunity, and the ball's taken away from Height from behind. Height, one of the better players of this team. It's a upperclassman-dominated club with the exception of Kennedy Height, the 5'8 sophomore. 2 minutes deep, 3-3, Lindsay and Perry. Winner goes to the area championship game next Friday night at 6:30 at Eden. Maddie McGowan, Cameron Perry, guarded out high, Kennedy Height. Screen left, driving to the goal and laying the bucket up and in. Taryn Phillips gives Lindsay a 5-3 lead as the Leopardettes now have scored 5 in a row. Kennedy Height back across the midcourt stripe, spinning, nowhere to go. She'll pitch it to Ward right side. Back out high to Shields. Perry very, very methodic in their offensive attack here early, and Lindsay looks to really have scouted them very, very well.
Yeah, and I mean, the key for them, obviously, is to stay out on the perimeter shooters and then not let it go in there.
Dale on a great feed, lays it up and in.
I mean, if she catches it in there, it's basically automatic. She does such a good job of using her body and getting position.
3 minutes in, that ends a 5-0 Lindsay run. The score is tied at 5. Top of the key with it is Kaylee Markham. Her 3, no good. And down for the rebound, the 5'8 sophomore, Kennedy Height. Height all the way to the goal, lays it up and in. And a timeout called by Lindsay. He wants to stay close and not let this large pro-Perry crowd get too far involved into this ball game. And I mean, this place is packed on the far side and to the student section off to our left.
Yeah, and they did a good job. Brandon Height kind of showed me around this facility. This is out here in a kind of a new campus area where they plan to bring their high school at some point in time too as well. Back kind of behind the scenes, obviously we know Perry affiliated with wrestling. Got a really cool wrestling practice facility back there, locker rooms, workout room. It's really nice.
Last time I was in Perry for basketball was back in the mid to late 2010s.
Man.
And they were still playing at John Devine Hall. That thing had a lot of history. It was a cool place because of the history, but it just doesn't serve their needs anymore.
No, it doesn't. And I still think that's obviously where they still do their wrestling matches. It's got a really cool aura to it, like you said. But this is a nice facility. They did a good job on it.
Not certain I would ever live to see the day that Perry in basketball is having more prolonged postseason success than the wrestlers, but that's been the case this year. Lindsay has the ball. They'll work a three-man weave out front. 7-5 Perry. Perry will fire a three for Lindsay. That one is no good, and the rebound's run down by Kennedy Height. Height brings it to the front court. Pitches over the right wing side. Alana Ward, smallest player on the floor. Bounces at left corner for West, and traveling called against Brayley Dale. I'm not certain that Paul Duncan wants Dale that far away from the basket. She certainly has a huge size advantage against anything that the Leopardettes can offer.
Well, and I think what he's telling her is if they're giving you the shot, square up and shoot it because Brayley can hit that shot.
Here, turnover. McGowan has it slipped through her hands, gets it back. Left side to Russell against the Perry zone defense. Right side is Russell. Cannon's three back balls, no good. Kennedy Hyde, another rebound.
Yep.
Lindsay doesn't get back. Up ahead, it's Shields for the layup. Boy, I love the way Perry attacks off the miss.
Yeah, and that was a good look there by Height, getting it out in transition.
9-5. Perry has answered 5 straight for Lindsay with 7 of their own to grab their biggest lead of the contest. McGowan will hand it off, and the three is home from Taryn Phillips, who has the last 5 for the Leopardettes. And, boy, they did that down just 1.
Yeah, that was a really cool little set they ran there with keep using their post player as kind of a screener.
Driving underneath the basket again as Ward bounces left corner. West will trick her three, and she hit her second. So West, who's less than 30% from three-point range and averaging 7 a game, has made 2 of her first 3 from bonus ball range.
And she's a player that I'm telling you, when she hits, she's hitting in bundles, so she's bound to hit 4 or 5 this game.
Markham to McGowan out front. They hand it off left. Perry almost with another steal. The ball deflected near midcourt. Good defense that time by Josie West. 3 minutes to play here in the opening period. Perry leads by 4. Perry will put up a 3. That's Cameron Perry. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Stick back short. Cannon Russell, though, is going to the line.
Well, Dale needs to do a better job inside of getting position and getting that rebound. Perry let a guard on the offside crash the boards and get that rebound. I've been really impressed with Lindsay so far here early on in this game.
First foul for the Lady Maroons is against Atlanta Ward. And I thought that was on the shot. They're saying they're going to inbound the basketball, and the Leopardette fans behind us are about to come undone at the seam.
I would totally agree. I definitely thought it was a shooting foul.
Perry is a good defensive club. They average their opponents less than 36%. Well, I think the officials missed that one. Left corner 3, no good. Cameron Perry. Rebound to Mabry Shields. Shields lobs it up ahead for Dale. Dale gathers, goes up, overshot the basket, and Lindsay has the rebound. Perry 12, Lindsay 8, 2.5 to play here in the opening period in the 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game for the Maroon Athletic Center. Right side is Markham. She'll drive, is cut off, bounces it now for Russell, moves left of the McGowan screen, and air ball to foul line, jumper out of bounds. Well, you can see one advantage Perry has, and that's in the paint, Adam. I mean, they're trying to get the ball down low. Lindsay has been pretty much a jump shooting team here in the first 6 minutes of play.
Well, the style of basketball, as you know, has evolved and changed so much. I mean, it's so much perimeter oriented, but Perry does do a good job of trying to get it to Dale.
Kennedy Hyde drives in, kicks his left wing side, and Shields is driven off the rack, and a foul on the floor against Lindsay. That'll be their first team foul, and I think they're going to call the foul on Markham. Kaylee Markham with her first. 2:13 to go in the opening period. Perry 12, Lindsay 8. Dale got by with a shuffle of the feet, it looked like. Shields on a kick out, spins down low, goes up and lays it into the left hand. That's what I'm talking about. Perry is not settling necessarily for jump shots.
Well, Mabry Shields really does a good job of using her body.
14-8, Lindsay a quick three, no good, but a foul. It's a bad foul there by Atlanta Ward, who has picked up both now for the Lady Maroons. And she fouled a jump shooter and a three-point jump shooter at that.
Yeah, that's and not only that, but she was also about 3 foot behind the three-point line too. When you add all together.
So Taryn Phillips, who has 5 of the first 8 for the Leopardettes, will go to the free throw line. The first one for Phillips is up and good. Lindsay's road here to the regional championship game. They defeated Hennessy at home 39-23, trailed most of the way against 17th ranked Alva. Came back for a 1-point win late over the Lady Bugs 41-40. Phillips misses the second. She'll get one more. This to try and reduce the Perry advantage down to 4. Second one is up and it is good. Tell you what, this gym is modern, but it has a lot of life to it with sound, doesn't it?
It does. They did. I like how they kind of made it, close and tight. You can see a lot of these new gyms that are built, and I think they're overbuilt. There's not a lot of action on top of you, and they did a good job of keeping the action on top of
Ward
us.
cross courts at the west. She'll put up her third three and got it. Well, she does
like that.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a sub 30% three-point shooter tonight. 3 of 4 is West. 17-10 Perry. Near turnover, the ball slips through Markham's hands. She runs it down near the Perry bench, trying to lob it out high. The ball's deflected, now tipped by Josie West and saved inbounds by Shields. And then it taken away and saved back into the front court again by Atlanta Ward. That is Perry Lady Maroon basketball at its finest right there.
It was. What a great hustle over here by Mabry Shields. I mean, she rolled her ankle on the step over here and got up and saved the ball.
Height with a wicked crossover dribble gets into the paint. And the shot rattles in and out. She's going to have 2 free throws. And that is against Cameron Perry. That's her first and Lindsay's second as a team.
Well, and you mentioned Kennedy Hyde earlier on the game. That's just, she does some things that most kids you don't see at the varsity level do. I mean, that crossover right there was really, really impressive.
Big day for the Hyde family. Of course, Brandon used to be the head boys coach here. That's her dad. Her brother, I believe it's Dylan Height, was in double figures today as they eliminated third-ranked Alva. Well, that is a shocker. The Gold Bugs 1-2 and out in the postseason.
Shocker, and man, what a credit to Perry too. We talked about that earlier. Team they're very familiar with. They play a lot. They've gotten beat pretty badly by Alva twice in the regular season. And to come out and win in regionals got to feel good.
Second free throw is good as well. It's 19-10 and a blocking foul at the other end against Perry. That'll be the third against the Lady Maroons, and that will be number 3 on Atlanta Ward. So Ward has all 3 for the Lady Maroons early, and Paul Duncan still not going to the bench. Taryn Phillips handles the inbounds pass. Stone's 3 is short. Emily just checked in a moment ago. She's a junior and nearly airballed it. Only one offensive rebound here early for Perry. Ward pump fakes, drives to the baseline. Out front, Height turns to the 3. It's an unselfish play right there. Lindsay in his zone. They swing it right. Josie West 3 no good. And a loose ball foul. Over the back against Brayley Dale. That's her first. And the first against a Lady Maroon player not named Atlanta Ward. Perry has won 11 straight. Lindsay had lost 3 straight entering the postseason. They're on a 2-game win streak. Both of these teams headed to Eden next week for the Area 1 tournament. Left wing jumper is too strong from Taryn Phillips. Again, they clear the rebound. They throw it up ahead. Ward saves it and bounds to West.
Wow,
who drives to
great
the
pass.
rack. Now to Height for 3. Bang! How about that? Boy, Perry is just hustling all over the floor. And they had broken the game open, leading 22-10. Cannon Russell ahead of the first period buzzer. Airballs the jumper. This place is electric in Noble County.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was all about the hustle, right? Kind of an overthrown outlet pass. Josie West saves it over her head and it lands right in the hands of Height, and Height knocks down the 3.
Perry plus 12 at the end of 1. Back with period number 2 next. This is the 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game on Squirtle.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at Call Bellarmine.
Begin play in period number 2 from Perry. Phillips with it right side, looking for a screen, and Perry has really turned up the pressure on this Lindsay team. They are really struggling to even get a decent look at a jump shot. Perry with their 4th foul. That one is called against Mabry Shields. It's her first. 22-10 as we open play here in the second period, and a bad pass from Cameron Perry. Intercepted by Josie West. West up the left front court. Gets a return pass. Puts up another 3. Got it. Well, she is in fuego. West has 12 herself. She leads Lindsay by a bucket. It's 25-10.
And she is very, very streaky.
Left side jumper, no good from Perry. Rebound to Emily Stone. She'll force one up. It's no good. Rebound to Cannon Russell. Russell bounces it out high to Cameron Perry. Perry with it right side. Perry still in that matchup defense. Backing down at an offensive foul against Taryn Phillips. Tell you what, the key, especially in girls basketball, is if you can pressure and you know how to move your feet and play defense, you have a chance to be very, very good, and that's been one of the recipes for success for Coach Duncan.
Well, they play very good defense, and you hit it on the dot. It's difficult to fundamentally, it seems like people don't have as good of fundamentals as they used to, and if you can pressure out, it makes things difficult.
Well, the key in any sport is playing defense. Another 3 is good by Josie West. She has 5 3-point baskets. It's a rout, 28-10 Perry. Finishing that thought, you have to play defense at all levels. You don't see a lot of high-pressure teams, though, in girls basketball. Another 3 by Cameron Perry's no good. Lindsay in the 4 digs it out, and then the stick back goes all the way over the basket from Markham and a loose ball foul. Well, this thing is getting away for the Leopardettes in a hurry. Down 28-10. It's already a 6-0 Perry run to start the second period. That last foul called against Kaylee Markham. That is her second. We'll take a timeout. 28-10 Perry. This is the 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game from PerryMaroons.tv and Squirtle.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, our crew here from the Perry Maroon Athletic Center. Again, it is on the north side of town, actually the northwest side of the city. Has only been open as a new venue for a couple of years. Paul Duncan is, I believe, in his 3rd season here at Perry, and this is kind of a treat for me. I've known Paul for a while, dating back to his days when he was the boys coach at Alva High School. He and I have even traveled to Vegas together, but I've never had a chance to call one of the man's games tonight, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and he does a really good job. I know they're very happy to have him here, and I like his style. You know, they shoot a lot of outside shots, which really fits his personnel really well.
Yep, that was his philosophy in boys basketball. They would just bomb away. And, I mean, he had some really high-scoring teams, especially in Alva his last few years before moving on from Northwest Oklahoma. Out high with it is Dale. They work it around the perimeter. They bounce it to Josie West. Boy, the ball movement has been really good, too, Adam, here in this first half.
Yeah, and they do a good job of moving everybody. As you notice, even Dale, they get her out on the perimeter and down on the short corner, and it's good passing, good pass there.
Dale gets a great pass, goes up, missed the buddy. And Lindsay loses the rebound, but it's finally run down by Emily Stone.
And what a heck of a pass there.
Played 2:15 here in the second period. Perry leading 28-10. Baseline right jumper, no good by Cannon Russell. And the Lady Maroons control the rebound. Brayley Dale up ahead, right side. Now attacks to the goal. Lost it as she was going to go up. Now puts up a pivot shot. It wouldn't drop. Dale gets her own miss and lays it in. She was just padding her stats.
Yeah, she struggled. She's missed a lot of pretty easy shots here early, and it was good to see her knock one down.
It's an 8-0 Perry run to start the second period. 30-10 Lady Maroons here on their home floor. They'll go to Enid next week for the Area 1 championship game with a win tonight. Lindsay tried to have something to say about that, but they better start getting some shots to fall. Right side, Kaylee Markham. Markham will hand it off to Russell, who goes up. Nope. Another rebound. It has been limited, Lindsay, to one shot it out with the exception of one possession. Look at that. Boy, when it's your night, it's your night. Kennedy Height knew she was going to draw the foul, threw it up, it went down cleanly, and she'll have it and one.
Well, and that's one thing, Todd. Kennedy, we watched her play a lot last year and covered a lot of Perry's games, and she was more of a perimeter-style player, and she's grown up a lot and matured a lot, and it does a fantastic job at getting to the rim, and she finishes when she gets there.
Gracie Brownlee, the 5'4 senior, comes in off of the bench, averaging just under 2 points a game. The foul shot is no good by Kennedy Hyde, who had been 2 of 2. Before that miss, she was over 66% for the stripe. Perry is a 67% free throw shooting team of the year. Into the paint, Emily Stone with it, and a near steal, and Brownlee is going to be called for the reach. That is her first. And team foul number 6 against Perry. They've had a run here in Noble County. Went to the state tournament last year. They expect more this year. And tell you what, they have a statement win. It was a game that was aired here on Squirtle over in North Enid at Chisholm High School in the Week Capital Tournament Finals, a win over the number 2, 3A Jones.
Oh, yeah, that was a heck of a game, too. And that was kind of the statement game for Perry. They went down and played at the Bertha Teague and had a lot of success down there, too, as well. But that win over Jones was big.
Told you their last loss came to Frontier. Their only other loss was to 4A number 1 Tuttle. That was in the championship game down at Ada at the Bertha Frank Teague Classic. And another foul against the Lady Maroons. I'm going to tell you, if Paul Duncan has one reason to be upset, it's the fouls. They are mounting right now. That's already 7 with still over 4.5 to play before the break.
Well, and one of the handful of ways you allow a team to get back in the game, especially when they're down big early, is to stop the clock and put them at the free throw line.
Josie West has done very little wrong. She's made 5 of 6 from three-point range, has a game and team high 15, committed that last foul. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is missed by Braylee Malacote. The stick back wouldn't go. Another opportunity by McGowan. Back rims, and Maddie will go to the free throw line. Tell you what, McGowan is a big young lady for just a freshman. She's going to have a great prep career down at Lindsay.
Definitely she is. It looks like she may have obviously had some type of a knee injury too, and usually that takes a little while to get over with. So, but yeah, good-looking freshman.
Amber Dolman is a 5'9 senior. She committed the foul, and the first free throw by McGowan is good. That's the first point for Lindsay here, almost halfway through the second period. McGowan gets both. Lindsay has hit 4 of 7 for the stripe. Perry, 32, Lindsay, 12. Here are the opening 20 minutes or 16 minutes of basketball. Josie West. Perry out front. Shields drives. Now it's West. They cover her up. She has 5 3-point baskets already, as we told you. Josie West to Mabry Shields. We're halfway through the second period, 32-12, Perry. Right side, Josie West to Brownlee. Brownlee drives. Good defense that time by Malacote from Lindsay. Perry's not afraid to work the clock deep. Off balance leaner by Shields wouldn't go. Turns into a pass, essentially. Dolman missed the first time and gets the second bucket. 22 points, the lead for the Lady Maroons, 34-12. Their average margin of victory coming in is 14.5. That's a little misleading on 2 fronts. One, they obviously have backed off a lot with big leads, and the other is that big 32-point loss to 4A number 1 Tuttle down at Ada. Another jumper missed, another rebound defensively for Perry. They are a good defensive rebounding club. Shields through 2 defenders, front rims the layup, and the rebound to Lindsay. Leopardettes looking to get into rhythm. They have not been able to do so here early. Phillips, foul line right jumper, no good. Josie West, coast to coast, and she's fouled. That's on Braylee Malacote. That's her second.
She wants to let everybody know she's not just a 3-point shooter.
They're calling the foul instead on Cameron Perry, and that's going to be her second, not the second on Braylee Malacote. So Perry back to the free throw line. Ironically enough, some teams get fatigue in the fourth quarter or lack of concentration with big leads. Perry's best free throw shooting period of games is in the fourth period. They're 69%. Their second worst free throw shooting period, we're in it, number 2.
Well, the way they shot the ball at first and then in the first part of the second quarter, obviously a lot of that being the girl that's at the free throw line right now, really impressive. 35 points and a half for a high school team is pretty impressive.
West misses the first, gets the second. Lindsay tries a backdoor bounce pass, and Doman intercepts it, and then a holding foul called against Lindsay. That should be the 7th against the Leopardettes, so we'll have a 1-and-1 for the Lady Maroons with 2:50 to play here before halftime. The whistle is against Cameron Bearden. That's her first. Bearden out for one of the rare times tonight. She is a junior. Here's Mabry Shields, and she hits the front of the 1-and-1. Earlier today, Perry's boys a 43-42 winner over Alva. The third-ranked Gold Bugs are out. Alva's girls were a 45-36 winner over Washington, so the Lady Bugs advance to Enid in the 3A Area 1 tournament out of this regional next week. Shields hits both. It's 37-12. Right side, Malacote into the paint and a foul. All Paul Duncan can do is just look upwards and shake his head.
Well, and it's just honestly all they're doing is, allowing Lindsay to have an opportunity to stop the clock and get points on the board. I mean, at some point in time, you got to maybe tell them to just do whatever they can to stop fouling.
Malacote to the free throw line. First one is up and no good. Bounced off the rim 2 or 3 different times. Incidentally, Doman just picked up her second personal foul. That's the 9th against the Lady Maroons, and that's all that Perry really has done wrong here in this first half. Second free throw, no good by Malacote. She is 0 of 3 from the foul line. Lindsay missing some opportunities, Adam, to stay in this ball game from the strike.
Yeah, and Perry's giving them to him.
Dale muscles up, missed the layup.
Yeah, and that's a tough shot. I don't know if you're Dale and you have the size advantage. You want to go up a little bit stronger and not have to fade away against the defender.
Out front, Phillips for 3, no good. Lindsay has made 2 3-point baskets. They only have 3 field goals thus far. Coast to coast, Height misses the layup, and the Leopardettes have another rebound. Lindsay down 25 with just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Right side, Cameron Perry. Left wing, Malacote through the top of the key. 1:56 to play in the first half. Malacote airballs the jumper right side. Perry with a rebound, and then they call a travel against the Lady Maroons. Well, I'll tell you, Lindsay, they're getting blown out, but it's not because they're not getting calls.
No, I mean, Lindsay is a program known, storied for athletics, and they've got a lot of tradition at their school. And, kind of going back a long time ago, Coach Chapman that used to coach the boys over there, I believe he's a principal now. And I always remember having to play Lindsay boys at Frontier Camp, and it was a nightmare because they would, even if you'd beat them, you were bruised and bloodied after the game was over with.
Tara Stelzik, a senior, knocks down a baseline jumper off the inbounds pass, 37-14. Lindsay with just 4 points, and we're approaching a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Left wing is Shields. Lindsay's girls basketball tradition really takes a back seat to very little. Dale down the paint, layup is good. There's a collision and a foul, and it's going to be a block against Artesi Valenciano, and that'll be her first.
Well, and that was a good move there by Dale. That time she was much more under control. She wasn't floating or leaning one way or the other, much more straight up, straight down.
They used to have some terrific girls basketball camps back in the 6-on-6 days down in Lindsay. I'm not certain if they still have those. They probably do. Everybody has camps these days.
Yeah, and like you said, most of the camps are a lot different now. They've had to change them because of protocols and different things. But, Lindsay's well known for their storied basketball history.
Braylee Dale at the line for the first time, knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. Actually, she completes the 3-point play. How about that? 40-14. 1:19 to play here with the first half. That's Taryn Phillips into the front court. Now to Perry. Cameron puts it up. Shot is blocked by Mabry Shields. And then a double dribble in the backcourt against the Lady Maroons. Perry has some really good wins. They have gone 6-2 against ranked opponents this year, beating 4A Weatherford, 2A Latta. They've beaten 5A Will Rogers, 2A Dale, 3A Jones, as we told you. 3 straight on, no good from Perry. Rebounds run down by Stelzik. Right side, Bearden trying to drive. Good defense there by Josie West. Now the pass out front off Phillips' fingertips and into the backcourt. That's a violation. Other girls 3A action today. Heapner beat Millwood 35-33. Comanche 38, Marietta 28. Eufaula fell to Kellyville 40-37. Metro Christian over Adair 52-40. Kingston 45, Davis 38. And Community Christian beat Sequoia Claremore 58-48. Winner of this ball game, or the loser of this ball game, will play Community Christian at 1:30 on Thursday in Enid. Right side, Josie West, and she knocks down another one. Holy cow, that was almost from Stillwater.
What, does she have 6 now?
Yep. 43-14, another three by Phillips is an air ball.
I'm pretty sure earlier on in the year that Josie West, I think she hit 8 threes in a game, maybe 8 or 9. I know that the Mabry girl also hit 8 threes in a game, so they got some girls that can really knock it down.
25 seconds to play, 43-14. Paul Duncan still up coaching, as is his counterpart, Brian Cater.
I'm going to make a prediction here. They're going to run a triple set play for Josie West to get her a 3.
Why not? See if you're right. Height dribbling around out front, works around the double screen. Top of the key is Dale. You were not right. Her 3 is long. And that's why you're here with me and not doing what your wife does.
She might have walked.
Linciano, an air ball 3 at the buzzer. Well, Lindsay mercifully goes to the locker room. They need to regroup. Perry with a 21-point second period. They outscored Lindsay 21-4. And the Lady Maroons coasting right now into the area championship game next week. We will be back with our halftime festivities from the Perry Maroon Athletic Center after these messages. You're watching the 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game from PerryMaroons.tv and Squirtle.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
There's something different about Coldwell Banker Realty 3. Yes, we are updating our look to match this ever-changing world. The star on our new logo represents the North Star, the star used by weary travelers to lead them home. And that is Coldwell Banker Realty 3's mission, leading our customers to home. New look, same great company since 1983, the North Star and Coldwell Banker Realty 3, leading you home.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
And welcome back to Perry America at halftime. The second-ranked team in Class 3A cruising over Lindsay 43-14. Here's how lopsided this game has been. The Leopardettes have made 4 field goals in the first half. 2 of those have been from three-point range. Josie West herself has made 6 field goals. Perry has 21 of their 43 points from beyond the arc. The Lady Maroons came in shooting 31% as a team from 3-ball range. Leading scorer at halftime, again, is Josie West. She has 19 points, nobody even close to that total. Kennedy Hyde has 9 points, second leading scorer for Perry. Hyde came in averaging 11-3 a game for the Lady Maroons and one of 3 double-figure scores. The other, Mabry Shields, who averages just under 12 a game. She has 4 points for the field, 6 total. And Braylee Dale, she has 5 points at halftime, averaging 11.9. Leading scorer for Lindsay at halftime is senior Taryn Phillips. She has one of 2 made 2-point baskets, one of the 2 made 3-point shots, has 7 in the halftime locker room. And again, foul shooting has certainly been in favor of the Leopardettes, not in terms of points for the foul line, but the number of times they've been there. Perry has been to the free throw line 8 times. Lindsay has been there 10 times. The Leopardettes are just 4 of 10 in the first half. Perry has been to the line 8 times, and they are 6 of 8. It was 22-10 Lady Maroons as they broke open the game late in the first period, and then they outscore the Leopardettes from Lindsay 21-4 in the second period, and they are cruising right now to the Area 1 championship game next week. Their opponent would be either 6th-ranked Luther or top 20 Purcell, those two playing as we speak in the other regional championship game at Area 1. At halftime, Perry 43, Lindsay 14. We will have more from Noble County after these messages. You're watching the 3A Regional Championship game on PerryMaroons.tv and Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Back in Perry as we get ready for the start of the second half. It'll be Lady Maroon basketball. As you can see, they'll move from left to right across your screen here in the third period. All Perry 43-14, 16 minutes down, 16 minutes to go. One of these two teams will face the winner of Luther Purcell next Friday night at 6:30 in Enid. Dale gets a good look down low, pivots, and has the strength to get the shot off, but she's fouled. And Brayley Dale, the senior, will go to the foul line. Boy, it was a foul-prone first two periods, Adam, that we saw, and Lindsay was the recipient of quite a bit of those calls as Cannon Russell gets her first personal.
Well, and I think one thing, when you're the ranked team and you get a big lead going into the half, what I like to see out of teams like this is what are you going to do in the second half to get yourself a little bit of rest so you can get on the bench, take care of business, play a handful of minutes, and get some other people into the game.
Dale rattles the second free throw in and out. She now has 8 points. I was incorrect. I forgot to score a basket that on a three-point play to Brayling in the first half. The lead is 44-14. Opening half minute of play here from Noble County. Out front, Cameron Perry with it. Leaves it out high. The ball deflected again. Knocked into the backcourt. Great hustle that time by Josie West. It's retrieved, though, by Cannon Russell. Russell drives in, leaves it out high. You know, Adam, I'd like to know how many times. I'd take 10 cents for every time Perry's had a hand in the passing lane and deflected a ball.
Yeah, they're making everything really difficult on the defensive end. You know, they don't cause a lot of deflected passes, but they make it really hard to get an easy shot.
Bad pass results in turnover number one here in the second half for the Lindsay Leopardettes. 44-14. We played exactly 1 minute here. Perry looking for their 12th straight victory and win number 22 under Paul Duncan. Left side, Mabry Shields. Nice. Good pass, but it's broken up. That was a good defensive play by the Leopardettes to save a basket. And nearly a travel as Phillips is able to shoot the pass into the front court. Perry getting out of the pressure and are on the wings and pressuring the basketball. 44-14, the lead, the biggest of the night for the homestanding team. Driving baseline, throwing up a runner. Phillips, it's off the side of the backboard, but a Perry foul. And that will be their first here in the third period, but it'll be 2 shots upcoming for Taryn Phillips.
And just to make sure to remind everybody that we will be covering the boys game on WashingtonWarriors.tv as well as on Squirtle, as well as on HennessyEagles.tv in the next matchup.
Atlanta Ward picks up her 4th personal foul. The senior will check out, and coming in is Amber Doman, a 5'9 senior. They called that on the floor. I thought it was on the shot. Cameron Perry to trigger it inbounds. Out high to the freshman McGowan. Her 3 comes up short. Rebound on the floor, out of bounds, and I think it's off Perry. It'll stay with Lindsay. Wish I was keeping shooting statistics because Lindsay has to be down in the teens, I would think, shooting. Cameron Perry to inbound, and it's knocked away out of bounds from Kaylee Markham.
You know, and really early in the first quarter, they shot the ball pretty well, knocked down a couple threes, and I kind of thought this was going to be a competitive game, but you were right. They have not scored in seems like forever.
Cameron Perry to inbound the basketball. Looks low, goes high. McGowan is cut off by Dale. Dale playing some good defense tonight. Lindsay with that 3-man weave, and a little runner from the foul line is good by Taryn Phillips.
Yeah, boy, that was a tough shot. The shot they knocked down is one of the tougher ones they put up.
6:10 to play here in the third period. 44-16, Lindsay. Kennedy Height. Left side, Mabry Shields. Out of Doman. Perry's sharing the basketball has been very good on this one tonight. No surprise, they come in very good for the season in terms of assists per ball game. Kennedy Height on a screen and roll. Gets it down low to Dale. Pivots to the paint. Better hurry. Gets out. Now they swing it around the perimeter. Shields will drive and a holding foul. And that's on Cameron Perry, and that's her third. So Cameron Perry for Lindsay has 3. Atlanta Ward for Perry has 4. Second team foul for the Leopardettes here early in the second half.
Todd, how many games have you called where the mascot is a leopardette?
You know, I think the last time I called Lindsay back in the 6-on-6 days, probably.
Yeah.
A foul on the inbounds pass. You don't even see leopards very much as a main mascot.
It is a fantastic mascot, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Too many Wildcats. We need more leopards.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Not enough Maroons either.
No, not at all. Just Blackwell and Perry, right?
Yep. And Austin High School.
That's right. That is right.
Second foul against Taryn Phillips. Inbounds pass, Dale. Kicks it left corner. West stays hot as she knocks down her 7-3.
Has she missed one yet?
I think she's missed 2 in the first half. I think she's 7 of 9. 47-16. 5:15 to play. Third period, and McGowan gets it right back, knocking down a deep 3. 47-19. Lindsay needed that basket. Height all the way to the goal. Glides with the left hand and 1.
Well, we talked about her earlier, and like I said, she's gotten to where she can get to the rim at will, and that was a tough little one-handed scoop, too.
Here again, you see the difference in philosophies. Perry is able to get to the rim and convert. Lindsay is really struggling to make shots and get good open looks against this Perry team.
Well, and Kennedy Height needs to stop bailing out at the free throw line. She's leaving her shot, not staying in there, following through.
She's 2 of 4 with that miss, but Perry gets it right back on the defensive end. Dale will hand it off left side. Perry shooting in front of the bucket. In front of their own bench. Down the paint goes Shields, and another foul. Well, this has been a whistle-laden affair, and that is on Perry, and that's her 4th personal. First of 2 foul shots is up, and it is good by Mabry Shields, who's 3 of 3 at the line. Mabry, nearly a 60% field goal shooter and 76.5% from the stripe.
You know, one thing you got to look for, too, the way the schedule sets up because of the weather, you would think that both of these teams would start subbing a little bit more because they're not going to have the breaks that you normally would from over a weekend.
The winner will play either Luther or Purcell for a ticket to the 3A state tournament next Friday in Enid. Second free throw, no good by Shields. Lindsay controls the rebound. Phillips into the front court, shovels it across the floor to Chloe Ince. She'll put up a 3. It's an air ball, and the rebound out of bounds. Possession to Perry. The loser will play Community Christian, and that will be Thursday afternoon at 1:30 in Enid. Community Christian today eliminated Sequoia Claremore 58-48. That was at the other regional site, making up Area 1 in Meeker. Kennedy Height. Goldsberry for 3, banks it in. How about that? Alyssa Goldsberry had not scored a point all year long.
That was amazing.
Cater calls timeout. She banked it and then spun it around the goal and found the bottom of the basket.
And looked really surprised.
I was surprised, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
She had not scored a point before that, made 3. And Brian Cater is really upset with his team right now. Lindsay had been playing some of their best basketball and wins over Hennessy and Alva. They beat the Ladybugs by 1 with a late basket last week and then won at Hennessy in the district 39-23. They are 2-4 this year against ranked teams. Coming in, they had lost 3 straight. They've won 2 straight now. And prior to the end of the regular season, they kind of limped to the finish. The Leopardettes were 1-6 in their last 7 games.
Well, currently, Luther and Purcell are in a, I don't think anybody's updated that score in a while, but Luther leads Purcell 19-16 at halftime.
Luther ranked 6th in 3A. Purcell, I believe, is in the top 15 or 16. And the loser of that game would play Alva next week in Enid in the elimination game. Cannon Russell drives left baseline, airballs the runner, and the rebound to Josie West. And it's knocked out of bounds by Lindsay, last touch by Ince.
And just quickly, some other scores. Halftime, Keys leads Kiefer 27-23 Bethel leads Prague 28-15. Jones leads Marlow 16-8. Lincoln Christian over Sequoia Tahlequah 28-19. And Idabel is all over Roland 56-28.
Doman handles it out front. The state tournament for the small schools has been changed a little bit this week too, hasn't it? 3 on the way, and it's good. Guess who it was? Josie West with 8 3-point baskets.
Well, originally they were going to try to start on a Wednesday, but they're obviously pushed that back to start on a Thursday now.
56-19. Lindsay running the weave. McGowan another 3. She's hit one from there, misses that one. Leopardettes had their hand on the rebound, but Doman has it for Perry. 3:19 to play in the third period. This one has been all Perry really since the late stages of the first period. They outscored Lindsay 21-4 the second period. Little runner thrown up by West. That's way too close for her. It back rims, and the Leopardettes have the rebound. Perry and Lindsay, regional finals here from the Maroon Athletic Center. Good screen. Phillips drives left, banks it up and in, and she's fouled. Taryn Phillips will get a bang for her bucket and a chance at an and-one that would put Lindsay to 20 points.
Well, Sean Meek, the principal and football coach at Luther, just gave me an update. It's actually 22-21 Luther leads at halftime. I'm guessing Lindsay's probably played Purcell. We saw Luther in the Squirrel Festival, and they were all over Lomega. Beat Lomega by about 30 that game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are not giving Luther the credit. They're ranked in the top 10, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about them, or at least I don't. I think they have a chance to make a deep run.
They've got a lot of skill. They don't have a lot of size. If they run into a situation where somebody's got some size, and then the other part about it is they're going to pressure you, and if you don't turn it over, you're going to have a little success.
Phillips spins the free throw out. Goldsberry, incidentally, that last foul. Paul Duncan going into his bench. Kelsey Mitchell was out there now to Atlanta Ward. Ward, the senior, out with 4 fouls. Hands it off to Grace Brownlee, another senior, 5'4". Brownlee pivots. Now will go to Aubrey Allen. We're under 2.5 minutes to play here in the third period. It's all Perry, 56-21. They bounce it down low, and a travel has been called against Aubrey Allen. You make a really good point, Adam, in the fact that you really only have, if you lose, 1 day of preparation, so you're about less than 48 hours from playing your next game, another elimination game. The winner has a little more time to rest, but, boy, this stage of the year, if you can get those legs as much rest either way as you can, that's a blessing.
Oh, I think this is huge for Perry. I mean, obviously they played well, and got a big lead, shot the ball really well, and it gives them time, like you said, to rest, to get, essentially almost, the third of a game of rest.
Cameron Bearden is called for a travel for Lindsay. Perry tonight has 10 made 3-point baskets, 8 of those from Josie West, who leads Lindsay by herself. West, though, is not out there on the floor. Brownlee cross-courts it. Mitchell. Brownlee dribbling around. Lindsay tried to defend her. She spins to the baseline, goes up, hit the bottom of the backboard. Pretty good defense that time, but Leopardettes. Tara Stelzick all the way to the goal, misses the layup, and she's fouled. Brownlee has her second personal, and that's the third against the Lady Maroons. The Leopardettes have been whistled for 5 fouls. Stelzick's first free throw's up, and it's good. Adam, you were on the call last night in the Class A area tournament. Your thoughts from what you saw?
Well, in the girls' game, congrats to Garber, first of all.
Yeah.
The Turpin's run that they've been on is really impressive. 21-2 in an unranked team. Well, Perry's ranked 13th. They're not Perry, but Garber somehow. But I really feel bad for Turpin because they had a lot of opportunities to win that game and just kind of came up empty in the last 4 or 5 possessions. On the boys' side, much of the same. Garber boys are really good. I could see it being them and Hydro again. I'm sure everybody's sick of hearing that, but I think that may be the reality. Garber is just extremely athletic for Class A.
I really thought if Garber's girls could put it all together, they had a chance to make a run. I mean, they are huge for a Class A team.
Yeah, 3 6-footers. We had them in the regional game with Sealing. And, Sealing girls, everybody knows their prowess. Now, Sealing did not shoot the ball well, but a lot of that had to do with how Garber played. I mean, Garber's got 3 6-foot girls, and they have a guard that's signed to go play at NOC Enid. Ashland Light, she's a heck of a player, and I think it may end up being, if Okarche girls win tonight, they will be playing Okarche girls first round of the state tournament.
How about that? Brownlee with her third foul, so Lindsay will inbound. 1:36 to play. Okarche's girls are playing exceptionally good basketball, as well as they have all year long, and they've only lost one time. Phillips has the ball blocked. Perry with a rebound, kicks it up ahead. Mitchell turns to an in-close shot, now cross courts to Brownlee. They go to work again. Allen turns, misses high off the glass. Lindsay with a rebound with 1:17 to play here in the third. Down the paint, Phillips to the goal, foul.
Let's give some other classes some love. How about this? How about O'Keene leading Arnett 35-31? O'Keene Lady Whippets have had a really good year. They beat Lomega earlier on the season. McCurtain leads Whitesboro 29-27, both those games in the fourth quarter. Varnum is all over Payton 54-33. We saw them in the Cashin tournament. They're a Squirtle school. And Sentinel currently leads Lokeepus Sickles. This would be a big upset. Lokeepus Sickles led most of the night the other night and lost late to Duke. And Sentinel leads them by 8 in the third quarter.
Goldsby with her second foul. Phillips continues to struggle with the foul line, missing the first, hitting the second. She's just 50% tonight, 3 of 6, 56-24. Glad to have you along on PerryMaroons.tv, Squirtle.tv. We'll also have Game 2 on the Hennessy Eagles and the Washington Warriors network here on the Squirtle. Aubrey Allen, top of the key. Brownlee, her three a little too strong. Bearden loses the rebound. Perry backs the pressure off. 55 seconds to play in the third. Quick jumper, banks in. How about that from Cameron Bearden?
The Bank Central bank is open.
It is. 56-26 and a steal by Phillips at the other end. She'll lob it ahead to Cannon Russell. Around the defender to the goal, misses the layup, stick back, short, but a foul. That should be number 1 on Aubrey Allen. Tell you what, I know that it's the reserves, but I know the starters are still out there for Lindsay. This is a matter of pride now.
Yeah.
Forget about the score. You want to have the best showing you can, and right now they're giving 110% effort.
Yeah, and obviously if you're Lindsay, you still got a game to play. You're not out of it in this game, and so I love the effort. Their effort's been good the entire time. It's just been the other things. They're shooting and some not handling the ball really well.
7 of 14 with that miss for the Leopardettes. The second one spins out. They are now under 50% for the ball game. And the rebound was free. It's out of bounds. Lindsay with Bearden was trying to say it was off Perry, but they give the basketball to the Lady Maroons. 32 seconds to play, 56-26. Perry headed for win number 22. Paul Duncan, the veteran coach over there in year 32 of his brilliant high school career, has over 300 career wins. Picked up number 300 when he was in Northwest Oklahoma with the Gold Bugs. Brownlee spinning around. 14 seconds to play in the period. Brownlee backs it back out. 10 seconds to play in the period. The ball tipped and stolen away by Malico. She has an uncontested layup, and she missed it at the other end. 2 seconds, 1 second, and now the foul, the ball tipped out of bounds with 0.6 of a second to play. That will do it. 8 minutes remain in this 3A Area 1 Regional Championship game. It's Perry, ranked second in 3A in the state of Oklahoma, leading Lindsay 56-26. This is the regional championship game presented by PerryMaroons.tv on Squirtle.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
So let's check the Squirtle scoreboard. Well, you had mentioned Class A a minute ago. Class A girls. Okarche leads Ripley 43-37 late in the third. Strother leads Crowder 45-39 late in the third. Navajo over Cyril 36-31 late in the third. And look at this. Sealing 60, Turpin 25.
Wow.
Third quarter. I'm telling you, that may be the worst thing that could have ever happened. Is for everyone else, might have been the best thing for Sealing.
Yeah, you're right. Left side, Russell, her three no good. Lindsay with the first possession to start the fourth period. Look at the hustle that time by Russell. Saves it off of a Perry player out of bounds. Yep. A wounded Sealing team is not a good team for anyone to have to face with their season on the line. And Turpin's really good run is quickly about to end.
Well, I'll tell you, somebody asked me the other night to explain Turpin to them. You know, they do not have a great player, but they have a lot of really good players. They're senior laden, but they have two young girls, sophomores, that come off the bench that are very talented, and they could be great players. You know, a big post girl, about a 6-foot girl, and then a guard that's really good.
Brownlee blocks a three-point attempt out front. Perry out and running to the layup is good by Kelsey Mitchell. Man, I love the way this Perry team plays. First time I've seen them this year. I mean, they really press the ball off of misses and defensive plays. Taryn Phillips, left side, out high, Cannon Russell. To Cameron Perry, right quarter. Valenciano, her three, too strong. Lindsay with a rebound and a foul. Phillips had it and lost it off of a Perry player's foot, but they're going to call a foul. And I believe that's going to go against Brownlee. That's her fourth personal foul.
Check some scores in 2A real quick. How about that? How about Latta all over Hobart, 44-21 in the fourth quarter. Dale over Okima, 51-38 in the fourth quarter. Pacola over Preston, 38-9, 21 in the fourth. Silo is all over Hartshorn, 62-21. Cashin is down to Riverside, 39-25. We saw Riverside play Perry in our Squirtle Festival, and that was a heck of a game. And then one others we'll get real quick. This one a little bit surprising. Hooker only leads Merritt 24-19 in the third quarter.
Taryn Phillips hits the front end of the 1-and-1. That's the seventh foul for Perry here in the second half, and Phillips makes good on both. All the action going on tonight is either regional championship games or area championship games. So the rest of the field will be very close to being set for the Class A and B state tournaments later this week in Oklahoma City. Perry's lead is 30. Atlanta Ward bounces into the paint. Kelsey Mitchell's jumper, no good. Valenciano with a rebound. Artisy into the front court. Perry gets back. Paul Duncan still over there coaching despite a 30-point lead. Likewise, Brian Cater. You a little surprised Lindsay still has some of the starters out there?
Yeah, and just the two. You know, it looks like 1 and 5 are the only starters. But yes, I am a little bit.
Stelzig's three blocked right quarter. Perry with a rebound. Left side with it is Kelsey Mitchell. Turns to the three, drives to the elbow of the stripe. Kelsey reverses to Ward, who pump fakes, goes into the paint, throws up a runner, and rolls off. Mitchell had her hands on the rebound, lost it, and Lindsay has it. I say that just because less than 48 hours from now, they will know if their season is extended in a loser's bracket game and eat it on Thursday. Perry's three left wing, no. Ward with a rebound. 5:50 to play here in the ball game. 58-28 Perry. Right side Goldsby. She has Goldsberry. She has 1 3 tonight, her first points of the season, and she back rims that one. Stelzik down low on the block and a foul. That was on the floor, so it'll be at 1-and-1 upcoming for Emily Stone. Goldsby banked in that three-point shot. She had been 0 of 13 this season from the floor. And Goldsby had been 0 of 11 from three-point range. Good to see her get some action here in this regional championship game. Morgan Dazell now out there, a 6'1 sophomore with a foul, and the first free throw is good by Emily Stone. Stone was one of 6 players in the first half for the Leopardettes that played but did not score. They only had 4 players at halftime of the scorebook. Second one no good. Rebound tipped out and run down by Stelzik. Another three by Perry. Left side, no good. And another foul. That's against Morgan Dazell, and it is her second. If you're Paul Duncan, and I said he's still over there coaching, the last thing you want, and trust me, I was a player in this type situation, you don't want it to get sloppy. You want them to go, and you expect them to go out there and play clean basketball.
Well, yeah, that, and you know, not turning it over, and obviously try to keep people from getting hurt. Injuries are another thing.
Free throw in and out by Emily Stone, and the rebound, a foul against Lindsay. That will be the 6th against the Leopardettes, so the next one will send Perry to the line with 5:15 to play in the ball game. Stelzick just committed her first personal foul. Valenciano will check out of the ball game for Brian Cater. Lindsay will fall back to 500 at 13-13. They'll have a 2-game win streak snap, but still needing 3 wins to get to the state tournament, so that dream is still alive.
We got some of these games coming down to the wire here in Class B. Looks like Varnum's going to win, and looks like O'Keene's going to win. Congrats to O'Keene. It's been a while since they've been to the state tournament.
Who's their coach?
Penner. Trying to remember his first name. Patrick Penner.
Patrick Penner.
Yep, he is a O'Keene grad. He graduated about the same time as I did. This is going to date me, around 2000. He's done a heck of a job there. He's coached boys a little bit, coaches girls. I believe one of his daughters actually plays on that team, so it'll be a cool situation for them.
Mitchell down the paint, misses the layup. Rebound taken down by Dazelle. Nice. She goes up. The stick back wouldn't go. Rebound taken away from Dazelle by Phillips.
Sentinel and Lokiba are tied at 45. That was the other one I wanted to mention. I'm going to go over to Class A because I know these are teams advancing to state. Ripley has closed the gap on Okarche now. It's 47-43. And Navajo's still 36-31. Ceiling is just destroying Turpin. And it looks like Strother is going to win.
3-pointer left wing is good from Amber Doman. It's 61-29 at the 4-minute mark here in the 4th period. Another 3 from Lindsay is good. Kaylee Markham, nothing but net.
Good looking shot there by Markham.
It was 61-32 our score. And into the front court with it is Doman. Out high, Gracie Brownlee. In the paint, Dazelle. Lindsay still chasing. Despite down 29 points with 3.5 minutes roughly to play in this regional championship game. Amber Doman. Perry will move to within 1 win of a return trip to the state tournament. They want more than just a trip to Oklahoma City next week. Lindsay unable to corral the rebound. It's out of bounds. Perry has played the schedule that they have played to get them ready for late February and early March. March Madness is here. Can you believe it? It's already March 1st.
I know, it's crazy. Well, Akiba has taken the lead now at Sentinel, 50-49.
Kelsey Mitchell will trigger it in bounds. 3:21 to play, 61-32 Perry. This boys' game should be very, very interesting. The Hennessy Eagles are still a relatively young ball club as they take on a more veteran Washington bunch.
Yeah, it'll be a fun matchup. You don't get to see Washington and Hennessy obviously play. Same thing with this Lindsay Perry game.
Stelzick tips a pass out of bounds. Perry will have it in front of him. It was pretty good. Reminded me of finger rolls you used to try to get to the rim against Alva back in the day, and they sent it right back down your throat.
Yeah, I didn't get in the lane very much. I stood out here. This is my area out here.
Oh, Gracie Brownlee, I love giving it to you. You were
if I was in the lane, I was dropping it off to my 6'9" post.
Steal out front. Markham to the goal. Just heaves it up, and it's a foul. And that is against Mitchell. No, you seriously were a heck of a player. You had a great, great group at Fairview.
It was fun times, man. Never would I thought there'd be a day that I'd be calling basketball games with you.
No.
You're somebody I always tuned into as a player.
A lot of good times out of Northwest Oklahoma. First foul shot is good. I'll still say it. Best people on the face of the earth live in that part of the world.
I agree with you 100%. Couldn't agree with you more.
This for point 34 for Lindsay, and it is good.
Even on Chisholm Lane.
Yep. That's something I thought you would, if you would have asked me back in the 90s, will Adam Dieselhorst call games with you or will he live in the Chisholm School District? I would have said that's an easy answer. He ain't living in the Chisholm School District. Allen with it out front. Looking back, door pass is broken up, and Markham has another Lady Maroon turnover.
I promise you, Coach Van Meter has a harder time with it than you do, Todd.
Phillips right side. Markham. I'm still surprised Glover talks to you. 3 left quarter, no good by Lindsay. The stick back is good, though, by Markham.
We talked about this too. Lindsay has done a good job. They haven't given up. I like how he's rotating some of the starters back in, get them a little bit of confidence. The only thing I would worry about some is maybe sub here just because you don't want to get anybody hurt and they have that game here coming up quickly.
2:09 to play here in the ball game. Lindsay nearly forces a turnover. Brownlee then was knocked to the floor and goes out of bounds, and they're going to give possession to Lindsay. I'll tell you what, I love this gym. Man, it is not all that big, but it is cozy. I mean, with the students down there on one end, a good Perry crowd across from us. 3 on the way, spins out from Markham. Good contingent here from Lindsay as well, and soon from Hennessy and also Washington. And we get a whistle, and I think they've stopped play because of Gracie Brownlee. Her glasses came off. The Lindsay fans don't care for that. Come on, it's 61-36.
I know, yeah. And her glasses were laying on the ground, and we don't need a pair of crushed glasses on the ground.
1:44 to play. Lindsay fighting hard, but it's just been too much to overcome against the state's second-ranked team. Phillips gets into the paint, misses the layup, and another loose ball foul against Perry. This game could be, well, it wouldn't be close, but it would be a lot more respectable on the scoreboard if Lindsay were able to shoot foul shots. They've had a ton of opportunities tonight. As the whistle goes against Allen, that's her second. Malacote is 0 for 5. Phillips has been to the line 8 times. She's 5 of 8. McGowan is now 3 of 3 as Maddie hits the first one. I'll say it again. I think she's got a bright future.
I would agree. Great size, uses her body well, can hit the outside shot. Second
free throw is good. She has stood toe-to-toe and been fearless tonight against a really good team, a top 2 team in 3A on their home floor. 90 seconds to play. Right side, Brownlee with the basketball. Lobs it to Mitchell. Mitchell spins into the paint, ducks around McGowan and lays it in. How about that move? Kelsey Mitchell, 1:17 to play. Right wing Markham thought about a 3. It's McGowan, and she knocks it down for the right quarter. McGowan with 5 straight on the board. She's at double figures now with 10 for Lindsay. 63-41, winding towards a minute to play here from the Maroon Athletic Center. Down the paint, Kelsey Mitchell misses the layup, but you're right. It was a good look. McGowan with the rebound. Brings it to the front court. The pass deflected. Maddie picks it up. Kicks it out right side. They turn out a 3 with Stelsick. 45 seconds to play. Phillips left of the screen. They break that one down, and now a push and a foul. And that is against Brownlee, and she's fouled out of the ball game.
It was kind of an interesting foul. I mean, she grabbed 5's jersey, and then she just forearm shivered number 1.
So Brownlee fouls out. She'll get a round of applause for the Perry partisan across the way. And into the ball game is Morgan Dazell. She played a little bit. Picked up a couple of fouls here in the second half. She's a 6'1 sophomore. This is Paul Duncan's best team, and it may be for a while, but they're still going to be really good next year. Perry hits the first free throw. Kennedy Height will return. A lot of pieces coming back next year. Second free throw is good. Mabry Shields is back. They've got some holes, though, to fill. Mitchell on the right block, 26 seconds to play, forces it up, no good. Rebound tipped like a volleyball out of bounds, and it'll stay with Perry.
Well, it's going to be Luther and Perry. Luther is winning 58-41 now. Idabel wins by 40. Jones is only leading Marlowe 28-19. That's kind of an interesting score. Bethel all over Prague, 62-26. Little Kansas over Morris. And then Keys leads Kiefer, and Lincoln Christian leads Sequoia Tahlequah.
Mitchell lost the handle with a foul with 12.2 seconds to play. Perry will go to the foul line, leading by 20. They've led by as many as 30 before Paul Duncan substituted liberally. So Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line. That's only the 7th Lindsay foul of the second half, and the first against Maddie McGowan. And the free throw is good. What a year Marlowe Athletics has had.
Yes.
One football state title. They've won the 3A wrestling and dual state title. Their boys are ranked in the top 7. Second free throw is missed. McGowan right side, pump fakes, 4 seconds to play. Steps inside the arc and knocks down and along two. Perry will inbound. That will do it. Lady Maroons beat Lindsay 64-45. 64-45 is the final score. There you see the teams going through the handshake line. Paul Duckett and Brian Cater will do it very, very shortly. And Perry rolls on. The Lady Maroons are 1 win away from a state title or state tournament berth with their 12th straight victory. 64-45. We'll take a break. This is the 3A Area 1 Girls Regional Championship game from PerryMaroons.tv.
Let's get them awarding the trophy.
Okay, let's do that. So we'll stay right here. You're the boss. You tell me.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask your friend up there if it's okay if we put the camera on the girls except for the trophy? She was not happy with you.
We are on PerryMaroons.tv, so we need to give them some love with the trophy.
Yeah, right.
Sorry for interrupting your commercial break. It sounded good.
Congratulations to Paul Duckett and Perry. They roll on. They will take on Luther in a 2A District 1 football matchup for the 3A Area 1 crown.
It's true. Well, that'll be a good one. It'll be over here at Enid. Hey, you might see us over there. You won't see you and me because we'll be in Shawnee, I think.
We have other things to do this week,
sir.
I think.
We do.
I think. All right, we'll be back with more on PerryMaroons.tv and Squirtle.